But yeah, so we've got the luxury natural wood hedgehog bunker home. There we go. Let's put that there. This is quite solid. So the idea with this, I'm assuming, is it gets wet and then the wood expands, which makes it waterproof. And going by the way it's bolted together here very solidly, I think this is actually a hardwood. Don't quote me on this, but I think this is like a beech or something like that. I don't actually know. Or yeah, anyway, so it's got an access trap at the back here, which is really handy. Screwed in, so you need a screw to undo it. All that's for is to clean it. Little air vents at the back as well. So really solidly made. It has feet on the bottom again. There you go. How much does it weigh? 5.2 kg, and the size 40, 43, and not 18-ish. So it's got feet at the bottom as well. So, and actually these are screwed in, so if they ever did rot and you wanted to replace them, it would be easy to do. That's pretty heavy. It's quite small inside compared to the others actually, but there's not a problem. The size is not, it's perfectly fine for a hedgehog. So a little bit smaller gap on the front as well, but again, that's perfectly fine for the hedgehog. So ideally the gap, the entrance should be about 13 centimeters ish, which will allow all hedgehogs to get in and out quite easily. But yeah, that'll make a nice little hedgehog house. And then let's have a look at this one. This is, so this is slightly different. I think this is the only one that's got a rubber. Yeah, it's got rubber on it. So this is obviously some type of rubber, or nylon, but it's got a little hatch. So this is the Hedgehog Care Home, or the Hogilo. It's in the shape of a, I don't know, a snail, I guess. It's got a membrane on top, very hard wearing, looks like. You've got a screw in here which allows you to sort of pop open the top and inspect the inside, or clean the inside. Inside it's got a little tunnel that goes round, so they sort of go around in a circle to get in, which is pretty cool. And it looks like it's made by ply on the inside. Yep. And again, you've got feet on the bottom, which can be replaced years down the line if it ever does get rotten. But they all last ages. But very nice. Let's have a look. .6 kg, about 37 centimeters, 49 centimeters, 23 centimeters ish. Yes, that's pretty good. It's obviously a unique design compared to the other hedgehogs that would tend to be weaved or square wooden pine bunkers. So that's that one. And then we've got the last one here. This is actually quite heavy, so let me make a little bit of space here. Let's move that out of the way. This is definitely the biggest one by far. It's got a felt roof on it. It's made, material looks like a chipboard, and then you've got solid pine as well. So this is called, the Royal EcoPlate Hedgehog House. There you go. Green in colour, felt roof. Obviously the top comes off, which is fantastic. Inside you've got a little tunnel for the hedgehogs to come in, which is great, and they'll come around the back there, make a little nest in there. Good amount of space. yeah, so you've got pine, shell, and I think this is the same. I think this wood is FS, I was like wood managed. Yes it is, yeah. So wood from well managed forests. Now let's have a look, see if we can weigh this. Nine kg, or just under. So it is painted green. No reason why you couldn't paint it another colour though. It has at the base of it little air vents, tiny little ones. I'm assuming this is also for if water gets in there, water would come out, but it's waterproof, so I don't see why you would need that. So there must be sort of air vents, and then of course it's got feet as well underneath it. So really well constructed. So there's that one there. Oh, the size, did I do the size? Let's have a look at the size. And this is 59, 46 and 1339. So there you go. There's actually two more, but I don't have them here, mainly because one of them is you have to, it's made to order. You have to order it, and then there's a backlog, and then you get it delivered. And it's like it's called the Robust WoodStone Hedgehog Hibernation and Nesting Home. Obviously this one is it's very heavy. I think it's like 35 kg. It's got an inspection hatch on the top and also two entrances to it. This one is made out, I don't know what material it's made out of actually, but it's really heavy. So this one's designed to last forever, as in, I don't know, probably 10, at least I think it's got a 10-year guarantee, but probably 20 years, no problem at all. So I don't have that one, but maybe, I have got one on back order, so maybe when that comes in, we'll have a look at that in a bit more detail. And there is one other that I don't have, and that is the Wicken Fen Natural Hedgehog House, which is a wicker based frame, and the front is solid wood. So it's got pine at the front, so it's very similar to something like this one, but the front is wood at the front of it, very similar size to that wicker, but the actual weave is the thinner material like this one. So there's those two. Yeah, there we go. Now what are we doing? 20 minutes. Okay, fine. We've seen the hedgehog houses. A couple of bits of tips. Ideally, if they've got inspection lids, don't expect them too much because you'll disturb the hedgehog. If you disturb the hedgehog, they'll run off. And worse still, if they've got hoglets inside them and you disturb them, there's a chance that the mother will run off and never come back again. So even though they've got inspection lids or cleaning lids, be very cautious when you're opening them up, particularly the spring summer times, which is kind of the peak of the hoglet season. If you're wondering whether there's a hedgehog that's actually living inside one of these houses, they've all got entrances. So the easiest way actually is to put something light at the front of it. Maybe it's leaves, something like that, that blocks up the hole but allows obviously the hedgehog to come in and out. And if they move, then you'll know there's something in there, which is likely going to be a hedgehog. Putting a hedgehog house in the garden alone is not going to get you a hedgehog. The best thing to do, if you place a hedgehog house, fill it up with bedding material, hay, straw, dried leaves. You can even use ripped up newspaper, they like that too. And also have material near the house, because what they do is drag the material into the house to make a tight nest inside it. So you need to do that too. And obviously if you feed the hedgehogs as well, that will help out. Now, as a reference point, so we are a rescue centre. We rescue hedgehogs, and we have nesting boxes, and the hedgehogs, when they're in rehabilitation, they use these, which are just a wine box. So you don't actually have to buy a hedgehog house, although it helps us out obviously because it's a little bit of money for us in the charity, but you can actually make them out of a simple wine box. This is an actual hedgehog box that we use with a hole cut in the front. It's a bit muddy because it's obviously been used, and the hedgehog sort of goes in there, the front there, and then inside that you've got an inspection lid on the top. So if you wanted to make one, that's a really good way of doing it.